For decades, Kenya's technical vocational education and training system lacked coordinated occupational and training standards, industry-aligned competency-based curriculum, and limited availability of high-quality accredited competency-based education and training courses. The gap was clear. Young people did not have the skills employers needed for today's business needs. Competency-based education and training was introduced to deliver practical, technical, and professional training to ensure graduates were market-ready, and the industries they ventured into had a continuous supply of highly skilled professionals.
It was a decision of the government to train the young people on competency-based education and training. So we need to know from industry, what is it that they need? What is their skills gaps?
CBET is a new concept in Kenya, and I can proudly say that there is a very strong wind of change. CBET embraces inputs from industry first. We constitute what we call industry advisory committees to assist us in aligning our curriculum to industry needs and standards.
The first thing was to have master trainers from TVET be trained on CBET to be able to have quality trainers in country. So this was a collaboration between the Canadian partners and the Kenya School of TVET and TVET Authority. So the master trainers, 14 of them from the Kenya School of TVET, were trained for 8 weeks. 4 weeks here in Kenya and 4 weeks in Canada, because Canada is at an advanced level of CBET training, and Kenya as a country, we had a lot to learn from them.
In particular, we've been able to develop 458 curricula that are being implemented in all our institutions. Young African Works has introduced us to the requirements and the need for industry participation in curriculum development, in participation in assessment, in participation in competence certification.
Competency-based education and training focuses on a learner-centered approach, with the trainees taking a more active participatory approach with practical tools and learning processes.
Hii curriculum iko tu sawa, sababu sana vitu zao wana based on practical sana. Ya kitambo ulikuwa unakuja hapo unasoma tu theory, practical kidogo, theory mingi. Ukitoka hapa hata experience hauna. Hata ukiambiwa weka kabiro wezi, lakini saa hii practical ndizo mingi. Kidogo mnasoma dakika 2 mnaenda practical.
The CBET education is best because it gives me more of practical which is needed in the field.
The graduates that we get from TVET institutions, they are actually the drivers of this economy because they are the majority, and you'll find them in every sector. In the industry, they are the majority. And therefore, it is very important we continue emphasizing on TVET education. And then, it is very easy for these graduates to secure job opportunities out there.
A training process can only be as good as its trainers. To ensure trainers were prepared to deliver and support new students in the new learning approach, they needed upskilling to effectively facilitate CBET training.
It's very technical, but basically it's this 2-week focused training developed in partnership with the Kenya School of TVET, the TVET Authority, and Canadian partners to really take instructors and give them the core skills in how to deliver competency-based training.
The target was to do 7,500 in service, which means we were to remodel and to recraft our trainers so that they can be able to move to the competence-based education and training using the Canadian model.
The program has had a lot of interventions within the institutions, from capacity building to equipping, to launching courses, to exchange visits.
The capacity building of trainers on CBET delivery is helpful because currently the students that you are receiving are purely CBET. So unless a trainer knows how to train the CBET way, they may not be able to adequately deliver CBET.
We also benefited from exchange visit to Canada, we were partnering with British Columbia Institute of Technology and institution in Cranbrook. So we had that exchange visit, and our instructors are able to now apply that to the current training.
Quality TVET training requires access to up-to-date tools and workshops to ensure that institutions can deliver high-quality and industry-relevant training. At the core of the Young Africa Works in Kenya TVET program is the supply and installation of state-of-the-art tools, equipment, and learning spaces.
One of the good things that we have also been able to do with Young Africa Works is to bring in the state-of-the-art equipment. One is in aquaculture, that is at Mawego National Polytechnic. That for this country is very impressive. If you go to Mawego, we are now able to train our young people practically.
Before we are struggling, we didn't have enough equipment, but now we have every equipment that we need. So we are going to get every kind of skills that you need in the field.
When we talk about the soil science lab, it has different equipments which I'm able to use them and know different things about the soil. So it makes it more interesting than only theory part, I wish every school could have such a lab.
This program has been very, very successful in terms of national rollout of competence-based education and training within the country. For the last 5 years of its implementation, we have directly influenced about 400 CBET programs that have been developed in the country.
As of 2021, enrollment in CBET programs was standing at 251 young people enrolled in programs that we were supporting. As at now, we are looking at an enrollment of over 7,000 young people enrolled in CBET programs. We've seen the complete rollout of CBET across the country, moving from knowledge-based to competency-based training, which is a unique legacy of this program.
One of the key things we did about reshaping perceptions, also we developed a national strategy with all the partners, and we came up with a catchphrase, Niko Set na TVET. We started rethinking how we do our outreach activities, looking at new communication channels, going on radio stations, doing fun events, sports days, using social media. So all that, and I would say one of the key things we did, we started actively engaging them in terms of young people, understanding how they think, what are they looking for, and even things like you may think that selling facilities or equipment to a student is what helps them make a decision. But something as simple as saying, oh, we have symposiums, we have interactions with other schools, we have fantastic sports facilities. To them, that's probably more important.
We can actually be able to have it sustainable because we have shown that now Kenya School of TVET can run the program even without the donor funding.
Through competency-based education and training, TVET institutions are enhancing youth employability, promoting entrepreneurship, and contributing to decent and dignified jobs for the social-economic growth of Kenya.